it's just been an amazing experience. It's, you know, you're always afraid of the unknown in life, and sometimes when you step into that, you get some of the greatest gifts.
If I had to judge the future on the past.
I guess what I'm saying is, you know, you take risks in life, or you make changes in your life, and it's rolling the dice, and I feel like rolling the dice on this has turned out pretty amazing. There's been so many amazing people that have come into our life that are just creative, starting with the band. I feel very fortunate to not only have had the opportunity to share the music with the fans, but to also be doing it with all these very special people that have come into our life over the course of the project. You know, we kind of vetted a handful of producers, and Vance Powell. Well, just hearing, you know, anyone that can work with El King, Jack White, and Chris Stapleton. He's a very musical person. So, you know, phone calls were made, and the next thing you know, we're in the studio, and we absolutely made the right choice, because he is a badass and just cracked the whip and kept us moving, and we've got some amazing tracks in 2 days.
Start a little bit later. Yeah, so give it a beat. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's cool right there.
You know, everybody wants the same thing. We all want to make music that people want to hear. And so, sometimes I have recorded bands, and usually rock bands, like, you know, and, you know, they'll play it a couple times and be like, yeah, man, that's cool, it's great, it's good enough. And, you know, maybe it's good enough for you. It's not good enough for me. Let's keep going. Let's work on it. And always those people who push back against that later go, thanks. You know, so it was great. I mean, everybody was cool, and you know, when we went over to rehearsal, a couple of the arrangement ideas, I'm very happy with.
There's something so incredibly magical about today, because he's literally the reason that I sing the way I do.
I count the falling tears that fall before my eyes. Seem like 1,000 years since we broke the ties.
Chemistry when they sing together, and they sing so well together, is pretty awesome, and there's a really obvious respect between the two that You know, it's cool if you ever watch them sing that song together. They're both really huge. They have a really huge presence on stage, and they're really commanding front people. And you can sit and watch them just stare each other down, like they're trying to win a staring contest, like they're just they're owning it and just singing right through each other. And it's really, really cool. It's really, really special.
You lose yourself a little bit when you sing with Tom. You step outside yourself, and it's not necessarily you're just singing a duet anymore. It's you're showing your influence on your sleeve, and you're wearing your heart on the outside. And he brings that out, you know, of me. And but I look at videos too of some of our past performances, and even all the guys in my band say, like, you don't make that face when we perform. Like, what face? I blacked out.
That night we got on the bus, and I said, I don't know how, I don't know when, but that has got to happen at some point. Thankfully, it just came together perfectly.
They fall before my eyes, seem like 1,000 years since we broke the ties.
I think I talked to Tony, and Tony was like, well, what would you think about you guys doing a song together on these shows? So that led to Lizzie and I ending up on the phone, and we were talking. It was the first time we talked, and kind of kicked around, you know, that thought, and I suggested, what would you think about doing Nobody's Fool? And she said, you know, she would really love to do that. So that's the one that we picked, and had a couple conversations and some texts about how we'd arrange the vocals and stuff and how to do it. And we just ran through it at sound check, the first show that we did together. It just felt amazing. You know, it felt great from the get-go.
The emotion that I felt watching that, because you have two generations here. You know, it's like the torch being passed, but not only that, there's so many similarities, and there was just such a connection. And you know, I don't get goosebumps very, very easy. And there was just such an amazing chemistry.
You know, meeting her that day, it just felt like an instant connection. Almost feel I describe it like this long-lost family member that I didn't know that I had or something, you know. And then standing on the side of the stage that night, it was the first time that I had seen her perform live. And Savannah and I were standing there, and I just, you know, I turned to Savannah and I said, you know, she's been so vocal about me as an influence. And I just feel proud right now watching someone that talented. I was proud not only to have her, you know, citing my name as an influence, the fact that she's so musically and vocally talented, but also as a person that she is. You know, Lizzie's so humble. I mean, for somebody with that talent, and the you know, she's so humble about it, and it's rare, you know.
It's a weird count.
Oh, it feels so much nicer.
Oh, I had to keep turning you down. You're getting louder and louder.
Yeah, I'm opening up.
I didn't even have you in the first.
Sound good? Some good stuff in there. A couple spots on there.
verse?
Yeah, you got it.
I count the falling tears that fall before my eyes.
Screaming on it, it's a killer.
Screaming Demon. She's all pumped. She's saying she's all opened up.
She's happy. She's happy with it. Yeah, she sounds great.
Sounds great on it. She's like, my face vibrates in new places. Crazy now.
Oh, with this.
Stuff
Yeah.
Yeah. Or whatever.
No, she sounds
How
good.
that works.
I think between this we gotta take. If there's something we don't have I feel like we have a band take for sure.
Okay.
If there's anything that I find in here that sucks, I'll have you punch it.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
But we have 6 takes.
Sure.
And 6 takes laid in, I can find it. See?
I like how it works.
Before I ever started singing with Tom, one of my favorite artists was Lizzie Hale. I love Hailstorm. Their first record that they put out, it's just, I don't know, it really struck a chord with me. It was like a young generation doing the old school rock and roll, but like with a new twist. And I've really admired her as an artist and a songwriter, and her attitude and her vocal ability is just like so amazing. And like I got to sing this close with her today, and it was just really fun. Can't believe it happened.
Nobody's fool, nobody's fool.
What are you
That
singing?
is what.
Yeah.
Well, it was
Oh,
what that's
what
I was doing,
you're
but
singing in the
but
chorus
with
first
but
note.
with Tom, it was I was singing because we were trading off. I was singing the melody, his melody went in between the spaces.
Yeah.
So then I go up to harmony.
So it's like, yeah, so you're singing the melody and then harmony.
Melody and harmony.
So
Wonder if she stayed on the melody.
that's exactly what I'm saying. Stay on the melody.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Stay on the melody, so it's melody, harmony, harmony.
Yeah.
Let's do that. It's like a big
Does it matter
3-part thing.
where we stand sonically?
Which one is the loudest? In the middle, in the back.
What?
Like in other words, go in the middle, like you guys, like and then you
I'm
step back a
probably
bit.
the softest.
Okay. Well, come on.
They're probably the loudest.
Come on, we'll figure it out. I'm gonna go ahead and stand here and mix you manually.
Okay.
Nobody move. I want some soup. Oh, hey, sorry. Sorry. That was just for the camera.
Nobody's fool, nobody's fool. Nobody's fool.
Girls roll.
You know, it was funny earlier today. Lizzie said when she was in the room with Tom, it made her super nervous. And then I talked to Tom later, and he was talking about how nervous he was about working with Lizzie because they're both so good. So I think they both set the bar high for each other, and it was pretty cool to see the influence. You know, the influence, first of all, that Tom had on her, as well as the influence that she's, you know, she's making Tom work hard now. You know, life has a weird way of throwing that stuff at you.
I am not only so impressed by the power that he still has, you know, vocally, and obviously he's such an underrated guitar player. He's so amazing. But I'm even more so impressed by the person that he is and the demeanor. He, you know, treats everybody with so much respect. He didn't have to give me the time of day, you know, but he did, and I greatly appreciate it because here's this guy that literally changed my life. You know, it coursed it towards the better, and now he's continually being my inspiration. There, you know, Tom and his entire camp are people that you just want to hang out with all the time, and they make you feel like a better person, and make you feel like a better musician, a better person. You know, like you have something special, you know, about yourself, and that's what this whole thing is all about. That's what rock and roll is about. And you know, we're not trying to save the world. We're just trying to we just want to rock, man, and take it one day at a time and lift each other up, because that's all you need to do.
Make a baby.
Day two.
Day two.
Day two.
Help from my friends was suggested actually by Savannah for us to do as an encore song the first year we went out touring behind the record. And to be honest, you know, what she suggested us doing was our kind of taking the Joe Cocker version of the song and making it our own. And my first reaction, honestly, was, I'm not touching Joe Cocker because that's like sacred ground, and you know, I just, you know, that's like an idol and a hero to me. So I just felt like, you know, I don't know if I can pull that off. So we got into rehearsal and we started messing around with it, and it actually felt very natural for me. And the band was approaching it, even though it was the same arrangement. You know, he changed the melody and the feel of it so much from the Beatles version that, you know, we were approaching it the same way that he did groove and melodically. But the band was playing it with a lot more intensity, and it kind of matched my vocal, and it just felt really. It felt right, as much as it kind of scared me to step. That felt like sacred ground.
You know, we initially tried it out in rehearsal once. We said, hey, you know, this might be a fun song to do, and we had all learned our parts, and we went in and we're like, okay, let's play it. So we were at rehearsal hall at Soundcheck, and we played through it, and then and we finished it, and all of a sudden we hear this knock on the door, and we're like, what's that? And we opened the door, and there was like these 3 guys standing outside, and they said, hey, we just wanted to find out who was in here. That was unbelievable. And we're like, wow, you know, maybe this is working.
We were trying it, and it really just started taking on its own thing after playing it live, and it's just kind of kept evolving. And it's very powerful, very meaningful, the whole lyric. This band's like a family, so yeah, that, and it coming in and doing it, recording it, I was really wondering what it was going to be like, if it would take away from any of that magic, but it's all there. It's killer.
Everybody in the band put their own stamp on this. When the band was put together, the solo record was already done. And so essentially we were learning the songs off that record and trying to recreate them as accurately as possible. And then trying to take the Cinderella songs that would be tied into the set because of all the obvious hits and do those justice too and play them up to snuff. But this song I feel like was the first opportunity that the band got initially to play something and make it our own. I'm excited. I can't wait to hear it. I'll be the first person buying a copy the day it comes out, just so I can put it in my car and crank it up and say, listen to this shit, motherfuckers.
Like just slide it down and end on that third beat. Yeah.
Which might be cool to train wreck it, but.
Well, we've got lots of those, and I was kind of watching out of the corner of my eye, just watching the left hand slide, trying to lock with it.
So we'll just do it in
a little quicker.
Yeah. I will do that.
So all right, cool. So. Okay, you got a couple little things on a.
Yeah, Vance,
Sure.
amazing,
Thank you.
brother. I mean, that's just what it should sound like.
Now it's been 2 years of playing it on the road, and we've perfected it, and man, it's really powerful.
Today's day 3, you know, and you know, we're figuring each other out. You have more than one person who are focused on the same goal. You know, like Tom said the other night, he's like, you know, we want someone to put the needle down and then pick the needle up and put it right back down again. And that's the great thing about music. When music happens and moves you, that's what you can make happen.
Rob and I are feeling more scream on this than you can imagine. Yeah. Right? I mean, like, it's got
like a
great. The arrangement change now on the solo is great. We've got the dynamic built from my neck position, the low one down. Tony comes and screaming. I love it.
Tony would wear his, but he left it on close.
It's on.
Yeah. So that's not happening.
Oh, left foot. That part moves around. Okay, keep playing. Oh yeah, man, we got it.
fucking Mars attacks up in this house.
Awesome.
It's gonna be an exact science, guys. We're just gonna get lucky.
I'm gonna record every one of them. So here we go. Here you go.
It's sharper than that.
Keep going.
There you go.
There it is. Yeah.
There's your note.
Here we go. And you can hit it, and I can fade it in. Trust me.
I think that's a good verse. Does that
Sounds
sound
good. I think it sounds great.
better?
Sounds really good.
Everybody good?
I'm good.
And it was about to get to my hands, and it stopped like right here. I watched it hit the ground, and I was like, "Oh God, it's done." And the only thing that happened was I mean, because you know how fragile these are.
Yeah.
The rosewood lifted up, separated a little bit from the neck. I mean, I was so lucky, nothing cracked. They just had to glue that back down.
Unbelievable. Please don't bring that back out.
That makes my heart.
Now,
I don't want anything to do with it.
An arena stage is what, 40? So we were throwing, he'd throw it, it would hit me about 2/3 of the way across the stage.
It's a 30-foot throw.
It's a 30-foot throw.
Yeah. You can leave that at home.
And
I don't
never
want.
thought twice about it. And when he stepped on the cord and it fell, we just got it fixed and kept throwing it.
Yeah, of course you did.
No way! Like, you know, so good meeting y'all.
Be easy, man. Be safe.
Get it sometime.
Yeah,
Good to meet you. The accused are working.
I didn't know going into it how it was going to be playing with the guy from Cinderella. Frankly, it has gone better than any of those, anything I could have hoped for. Pretty awesome, so, you know, a whole lot of greatness, great energy, great groups.
Becomes like a marriage and a family. You know, you have to be able to get along with these people, and it just felt right in that sense from day one. When we're getting ready to go out and do a run, I know personally it's a hard feeling for me to describe, but when I step on that bus every time when we're getting to go out, it's just a feeling like I can't describe. And I think everybody feels it's a real happy place for everyone in the band when we get together and go do what we do.
When you're not strong.